Hi guys, so here's my review of Brightly Woven by Alexandra Bracken, and I've been wanting to read this book for quite some time. It was part of my Christmas haul, so I read it over the past week or so and finished it a few hours ago. So yes, this book earned 4 out of 5 stars. It was an enjoyable read, certainly, and it concerns our protagonist here, named Sidel, and it's set within a fantastical universe. And Sidel lives in this country here, the central one called Palmada or something like that, and the neighbouring countries around here adhere to a different religion than the one that's in Palmada here. And within this particular fictional universe, wizarding as a profession, as a sort of birthright, is common. It does occur, and so magic is something that is practiced by these wizards. And Sidel resides within a farming community that has been experiencing a 7-year drought, and on the exact day that rain suddenly starts, after 7 years, a young wizard named Waylon North turns up in this community and requests Sidel's presence to accompany him on a journey to the country's capital to see their queen. The king of this country has recently passed away, and there's an awful lot of political intrigue as to the cause of his death and the role of wizards within that particular event, and the neighbouring countries are taking advantage of this and are planning to go to war. So soldiers invade Sidel's hometown, and her parents are like, okay, that's it girlie, you're going with this wizard. If we can make all this happen, if we can make all this stop, then you're going to go with him. And Sidel's like, dude, why do you want me to go with you? And North doesn't tell her, but she eventually concedes and off they go. So it's essentially a kind of road trip between Sid and North. And so, yes, they form a tentative working relationship, I'll say. It's not really a friendship at first. They bicker a good deal. Sid's very strong-willed, very feisty, and quite stubborn, and as is North. So North is 19 years old, Sid is just turned 16. So yeah, they bicker a good deal. It's very entertaining to read. And, Sid really stands her ground against North, because he can be a bit of a douche sometimes. He likes to boss her around. He has a tendency to get drunk sometimes, and so when Sid's pissed off with his behaviour, she'll just storm off. So yeah, they have lots of ups and downs. And it's slowly revealed that, aside from the fact that he hasn't told her what her role is in this larger scheme of things and why he's brought her along, North's also concealing a lot of secrets regarding his own role in the wizarding community, and especially stuff regarding his past and his own backstory. So yeah, that kind of is built up throughout. And I should say that Sid has quite a gift, and that is that she's an excellent weaver, hinted at in Brightly Woven. She's fantastic at weaving tapestries, at weaving rugs, articles of clothing. She's just very, very good at that. And we'll leave it there because I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, it's progressively revealed that Sid might have a larger role in everything than she realises. So the book threw quite a few surprises at me. I mean, I thought I was working things out at times, but yeah, let's just say there was one little point in particular that really shocked me, and I really felt for Sid at the time when it was revealed. I thought, oh, and then I connected all the dots, and it was quite astonishing. Maybe I was just really slow and didn't pick up on it, but yeah, the book was quite an interesting kind of adventure story. For some reason, it reminded me a good deal of Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials trilogy. I should say the writing style, I remember when I saw Kaitlyn's review of this novel, I'll put it in the doobly-doo in my pants, she mentioned that the kind of reading age is sort of middle grade, but I mean it still fits into the YA genre certainly, but I mean it's kind of, I guess, if you're going to say toned down, so there isn't excessive swearing. Sodding occurs a lot, so I'm like, are they British? It was really cute. They say, yo, sod off and stuff. But I mean, obviously there's not, sexual interaction, that sort of stuff. But I mean, that didn't tamper the experience of the reading for me at all. Things that I will say, the pacing was a little bit come and go. At times it was kind of plodding along and you felt as though you were losing focus of things because we were kind of taking it like day by day and not much was going on, but then at other times it would speed up to the extent that you were losing detail, and it was very hard to keep up with what was going on. I think also though my issue was probably centered around the fact that I read it quite slowly and I kept having breaks in between, so I'd forget everything I learned and I had to go back and check, and I was always checking the map because I was losing place of where the hell they were. Also, I will say that there were some things regarding the universe that Bracken created that I was always a bit unsure of, because I'm not sure if they were ever clearly explained. So sort of in terms of the political side of things that really came into play like within the climax of the book. I was sort of forgetting allegiances, I was forgetting motivations for some characters. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was detailed enough for me at times, but I mean, those aren't really big hindrances. I loved the two central characters actually. I really liked North, and Sid I think was a great heroine. I really enjoyed her narrative voice as well, it's told in first person, and their relationship I was a big fan of. I was completely in favour of it and I thought it progressed really beautifully and was very genuine. And there was a supporting character especially named Owen who was a really good mate with North, and he's kind of reminded me of Hagrid. He was very warm and friendly and you wanted to hug him all the time. He has a very interesting and intimate relationship with his horse, which is very cute. There was a rogue wizard who was sort of the bad guy villain of the piece. He was a little stereotypical, but even he threw me for a few surprises at times, and there were supporting characters that you thought you had worked out that they kind of veered off with their motivations and did a bit of a U-turn, which was really cool. So I did enjoy the read, and it was nice to delve into a high fantasy book, and it was a simple story, but I think it was well told. So I'll give it 4 stars out of 5. Brightly Woven by Alexandra Bracken.